Hello there. I'm alive again, I guess. Maybe. Do you hear me? There we go. Okay. So yeah, I guess OBS doesn't like me changing those audio output things when I'm streaming, which is understandable. So yeah, basically I also disabled the monitor and output and said like nothing and tested it again, and I actually didn't hear it, but I saw it on the audio channel of the alert that it outputs a sound, but I didn't hear anything. So yeah, you see, it's a strange problem that I have to deal with for the moment. It's certainly not ideal, but it's like a compromise I say like I can live with at the moment. The only thing I have to do is look more on my screen on the other side when people are here to see if they are following me or raiding me. Like when Asla raided me like twice, I in both cases I was like doing my things and suddenly like, oh, there was a raid. Oh, hi. Only thing I can think of right now, it does the OBS have a volume on Windows Sounds Mixer on. Maybe. It's really stupid because I personally would say like that I don't like this spider. Hello. Could you come over here? Um, so I don't know. It's my only audio problem I have, so I think I can deal with it as long as I teach myself to look at my other screen occasionally. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the problem is. It's not ideal. Sometimes I wonder, because I know other streamers that also do some audio splitting, and they don't seem to have that problem. Okay. As if it has the volume set low on Windows Sounds Mixer for the OBS, and then it wouldn't play. No, I didn't change anything there at all. Like, I always try to avoid using the Windows mixing thing to adjust volume. The only exception is for maybe Discord. And let me see. There's not even a mention about OBS in there. No, there's OBS, and it is at the same volume as my entire system. So it's not set too low that I wouldn't hear it. The only thing that is low volume is my system sounds, and I don't think it's going in there. And even it is, I should hear it regardless. Because it's not like muted. It's like it's still high enough to hear system sounds. But yeah, the choice of streaming. You never have any problems. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? What is the general idea? I also would love to have some music. There we go. I asked for music, I get music. No. Okay. My problem is I don't know where to go. I see this, but apparently I can't do anything there. I also spam the interaction button on this wall and nothing is happening. My only next idea is to jump over there, but suddenly he has lost his ability to do far jumps. Which is strange. Also here I can do nothing. What am I supposed to do? Like everything points me towards go there. But I can't. Then is this bullshit here? Why is this bad? Then I could go here, but why would I go here? I have nothing to do here. Like I need to fix the elevator first before I can do anything. And he was like, go fix the elevator. And I freed it from the black stuff, which is good, but apparently I'm still missing the spider silk that I need. Which I don't know where that should be. So I'm clearly missing something. Ah! All I had to do is talk to him. He's saying no word. He just walks to the right and fixes it. Everything ready? Great. Off we go. Well, off I go. Apparently you don't want to go there. Come back and tell me everything you see there. Wah, 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 wah. One moment. I'm gonna read that. Do auto monitors work for like mic and stuff, or any sounds coming from OBS, or is it just those? Ah, could it be the output device selected from the overall settings? Overall audio output in OBS. The overall audio output in my OBS is my sound interface. My audio interface, which is an external interface that is not in my PC, where I plug in my headphones and my microphone, which is an XLR, which would work as well without XLR. So yeah, all my old audio goes through my audio interface. I don't use monitor on OBS for my headphones because I already I already can do that with my audio interface. I don't need a software solution for that. If that makes any sense to you. Oh no, closed doors. The thing is, I need the finishing touches on my Discord servers, and then basically if you want to, you can do some sit down and try to figure out things if you want to. I don't mind. Can even do a stream about it. Also, I don't mind. But yeah, it's basically the only problem I have. Everything else works as intended. With the only exception that the audio starts to distort at some point. But that is a problem because the plugin is old and nobody keeps it up to date. And then you get in... Wait, that's her. And then you get into the car and drive to work. But I can't drive. And I can't work. I'll teach you. You just need to pull the rope. Or push the car. And what about work? Duh. Just leave the house and come back later tired and angry. Yes, this is a child's view about their parents going to work. And it's sadly very realistic. Jesus. Well, no wonder you come back angry if you have to push your car to work each day. Well, if that was the case, then most people wouldn't go to work at all. Except those people who have no car. I don't think I will ever try to work if it's all the same to you. She put the bunny into a cart. Just don't push too hard. I don't want to drive close to her. She's got a knife. You're so stupid. She must not hear us. No! I almost died. It was really scary. Why is she angry all the time? They argue constantly. I can hear them through the wall. He buys me presents, but I never touch them. Did he bring you the car as well? No, I found it in the garden. It was under a pile of dry leaves. I'm not sure who it belonged to. It's scary. Can we do something less stressful? It's party time. It's time for cuppa. If I ever find a British person telling me to copper, I will hurt them with words.
The room has changed. It is less
of a prison. But he can't buy me over. Would you like more tea, Mr. Rabbit?
Oh yes, if you would be so kind.
That's a little bit of a lot tea.
Your tea is decidedly exceptional today. What is your secret, Miss Elizabeth?
This is the first time we heard that name. So she is Elizabeth. Or it's a joke. Why, there is no secret. English? I have just added a tiny drop of love to it. Love. It works. That's why we do journeys, go on a quest for friendship and love. And also, a caterpillar crawled into the teapot yesterday. I think it's still inside and giving the tea a tremendous increase in umami.
This is simply exquisite. I have heard a thing about noble families. There are no spoons.
Noble families don't have spoons?
We don't. How are you going to eat the cake without spoons?
Well, you use a fork. It's not complicated. Well, we can just use hands. That's the other option.
Hands? I'm a rabbit. I have paws. I beg your pardon, miss? You're not some unwashed rabble. I don't know about you, but...
Did you hear that? Something fell over in the attic. I like for the dramatic pause where I was like doing nothing, but the game wouldn't proceed until I inputted a button press. It's perfect. I created the perfect scene. Ah, yes. Yeah, maybe I need light first. And then we need to go up.
Damn it.
Foiled again. What is this? Oh, it's just, I see. What? So you want me? Okay, I see. But is it going to be enough? go up on it, please? Oh, it is. Okay. Do you like this so far, Noise? Despite of the topic it will go? Are you ready? Ah, there she is. was washing was washing hands and put phone on charger bag. Yeah, I get what you meant. Welcome back. Basically, I asked, do you like the game so far, despite it will go in very dark directions? Oh, I was so scared. Someone's really locked in. Someone's really locked there. I thought you were kidding about the kids.
I don't think I saw any children here other than you. I don't remember, but
Someone is there.
no, that must have been the wind. The window opened and something fell over.
But
Safe bet it is so. I once saw the wind blow over a whole house.
it was made of it was made of cards, but it's a fact nonetheless. I don't think
Cake! Our imaginary cake is going to go stale if we don't eat it right this very moment. Have you any idea how hard it is to bake an imaginary cake? Any idea how much effort I put into it? First, you need to come up with imaginary flour, then imaginary eggs. Now, where would you even get imaginary eggs unless you have an imaginary chicken? And the chicken, where does it come from?
oh no.
From the egg. But how could you get imaginary eggs if you don't have any imaginary chickens yet? Ah! It nearly blew my mind. But here it is.
Oh, the solution. The solution to the old ancient question. What was first? The chicken? aka the hen? Or the egg?
The cake.
Oh,
In all its imaginary awesomeness.
I'm disappointed. I expected an answer to one of the mysterious questions of the universe.
We still have no spoons for the cake.
I'll get them from the kitchen. She's making dinner. The spoons must be on the table. Still, the question is, why is she sneaking?
Stop this! Stop this! Stop this! Stop this! Why can't you just disappear? Why are you still here? Get lost! Get lost, you monster! No! No!
I have a good idea where this is actually going. One moment. Let's see. I'm a bit lost with what's going on in the lore. Who is the other character you're controlling during the game? Are they the other parent? Well, this guy is with 99% the father. The rest is still in the air. The rest is basically still in the air. So, who is the knight? Hard to tell yet. Who the knight is? But more or less, it's basically it's a very realistic situation and story, and the game takes this opportunity to present this situation in a fantasy setting, like how your inner life sometimes take form. And builds a story around it, but we are talking about a very serious and dark topic in this game. Yeah. So this is the father. This here. The knight we don't know. The knight could be the girl, but maybe just one side of the girl, which would make sense. So yeah. What's going on? Oh, okay. So one is clear. It's first and foremost about domestic violence at home. That is clear. But it could go even further than that, which I have a suspicion about, but we don't know yet. So I'm not really gonna point finger and say like, yes, it's definitely that, but it has an indication in the direction. Okay, could you? Yeah, something is still not working. Okay, we need this. Wait. Maybe I first need this. Okay. So it's clear it's about domestic violence. It's clear there are psychological problems. There are mental problems. So it's a lot of bad shit on top of each other. Or like a lot of things we do not want for anybody. But it could even go further into actual crime. I mean, domestic violence is already a crime in itself. But there could be far worse things going on top of that. Okay, for that we need the key. Of course. But the key's up there, so how do we get up there? Hmm. Huh. Let's see. We have to use the machine. No. And puzzle? And it was. In general, I like games that do that talk about serious topics and like just something you can completely relate in real life, even if they are dark and unwanted topics, but they are also there. And you shouldn't like consider, you shouldn't think like, oh yeah, can just ignore that those problems exist. And games have this tendency to be very good. I just glitched the game for the third time. Games are a very good medium to talk about that. And remember the map. This tower is basically a tower in here right now. But on the map, it's a lighthouse. And I guess even more emphasized now with him falling into water. It has become a walking simulator. Literally. I'm spamming the input button in the hopes that I need to activate something. But I guess it's just walking. Maybe. I hope so. I kinda expected that the game is doing this. I was just hoping it doesn't. So I just kept walking to the left, but I kind of was like, I guess that's this. Go to the left and then turn around because nothing happens. Ah, there I am. I was like, where am I? I wanna get to that top there, but I don't know how. But we gonna get a new page here. That we know. Whoa! Didn't expect that. I can't. I can't do this anymore. also hit another page on the left. Oh, this is all the others. Okay. Use. Okay. What is the general idea here? Probably fixing this. That's probably the idea. Maybe. So I thought. I was sorely mistaken. What's the idea of this? Maybe it's used to go back up. Oh. Oh. I guess I come back to this soon. No, cannot go there. I have to do something with this. What I'm supposed to do here? Just use the bell. Yeah. I assume I supposed to put it here, then use it. What is this? Right. Can do so many things here. What I'm supposed to do here? Just jump over? Yeah. Just jump, bro. I found flowers and then I died. I guess I'm fixing now this. Hopefully I don't have the flower thing. How are you able to get up here? What the heck is? How am I supposed to like... Huh? Okay, so there's another bell here. I see. I see what the game wants me to do. I get it. Okay, first and foremost, get up here. Good. Now, get over here. Like, literally. Maybe it's not gonna come over here. That's why I can actually use this. Because that's the idea. Okay, I didn't expect such a fast reaction to that. But it's now up there, which is the right thing. That's what it should do. Now I just need to lure it here. There we go. Video games. You see the logic and you do it. Yeah, we got something. Not entirely sure what this is. Yeah, of course. How could I not see that?
For as long as the spark shines over these lands, pain is locked inside every soul. Many have given up, accepting that the pain inside them will never subside. But others have fought to find a way out, to escape these lands. To a place where the Keeper has no dominion over them.
I think the Keeper is the father.
Those who believe.
I love when music. Pink Panda rolls. Asla, hi there. You're always raiding me. Hi there. Hi raiders. I also got a new follow. Yeah. Hi Son Praiser. If you're still here, thank you so much. Oh look, it's an indie game. Shocking. Would I ever play an indie game? Yes. Let me go here for a second. 2 minutes ago, yes. That's good. It's welcome. Thank you so much for it, Asla. So let me do 2 things before I forget them. So first a shout out for our wonderful Asla. And the second then, hi there, my name is Sekamerai and I'm a variety streamer with a focus on indie games, as you might see from this roster of games that I'm currently playing. This is a small new design I just made yesterday for today's stream. And as you can see, the names are there. And if you want to see what the progress is around the progresses in those games, the pink bars basically show you that. So yeah, if you're interested to see what's going on in the channel, you can follow my Blue Sky account. And if I'm streaming, you can always input !socials to get all the links you need. I have a YouTube account where my VODs are being stored under my same name. And TikTok has my clips. So does YouTube Shorts and here on Twitch. So if that is to any of your interest, look around, peek around. I hope anything of that might be of your interest. And currently we are playing Inmost, which is a very good game. It's not like an absolute new game, but it has a very realistic approach. It has a very realistic scenario with a fantasy setting around it, as indie games tend to do. And I really like that when they do that. So if anything of that fancies you, I hope you take a look or you stay. Feel free to drop a follow if you want to, of course. And yeah. Again, thank you, Asla, for always raiding me. It's very welcome. What were you playing, Asla? This again. Woo! Tekken 8. Okay. Good matches? Or did you just train? This is not good. No, that wasn't good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, come on. Dramatic.
Even those whose souls turned black, who gave in to their desires, even they believe. But the Keeper won't ever let them go. He needs the pain they harvest and nurture and steal.
Ah, yes. Also like the indication of Ouroboros in the background, which makes perfect sense with the topic.
And even more so, the pain they suffer themselves.
You maybe have now an idea in which direction this game is going. But there's a chance it could go even darker. I think we haven't had this now. Yep. Okay. Time for a page. I see. The atmosphere is really good. Let's see. I think we want to go up. Could we even go out on that part here? Also, there's this chest, this crate basically. I want this crate. Just don't know how to reach it. But since we have this, we can now go back into the mountain and proceed. That makes sense. So we cannot go back up here. Okay. I wonder how you reach this place there. But I know where to proceed this. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Here. And here. Oh, I forgot about that. Whoops. In here. Rainy days, rainy days. How many do we have? We are one. Let me guess, we are exactly one shard away from news story. Nope, actually news story. Cool.
The storm is coming. The witch promised she'd return, and so she will.
Hi Epitsune, how are you doing?
The knight could never crow his way out of these lands. His heart was black, but he stole what didn't belong to him. He stole another soul flower. He built his way out of fire and pain that wasn't his. The witch saw what he had done, and she hated him for it. But only the witch could bind the soul flower to the knight's dark heart. Only the witch who could break down the barrier to the flower. And so he would visit her. He pleaded with her. He argued with her. He threatened her. He begged her. But the witch hated the flower that had sprung from the fire. And the witch hated the knight. Hated him because once she had her own flower and lost it. Because the knight had forgotten her pain. Because the knight stole another flower to keep for himself. She could have bound her heart to the flower that sprung from the fire. He begged her to do it, but she never would, for she had her own flower and lost it. And there was no hope left for her, just pain. Each time she saw the flower, she moved another step deeper into madness. Do you feel it? The storm is coming. A witch will burn this world to ashes, and then you shall meet her once again. Oh, bring me more fresh pain.
And here's the thing. This is an amazing indie game about a very serious topic that is built around a fantasy world. I thought this was voice acted. What the hell? I only noticed it wasn't when you started. I was in another tab. I'm not that good with it. I don't know. I have a tendency to like strange voices, like the really madness, crazy voices. I seem to have kind of a knack for it. It was okay, but thank you. Yeah. So, if you wonder about that entire talking there, I think the witch is the other woman in the household, which we do not exactly know if she's the mother. Maybe. Um, the knight, I think the knight is him. I think the knight is basically him. Because when he talked about it, of saying like the witch hated the knight, would make perfect sense. Like we talk about this it talked about this topic like pain and so on. So the keeper is the father, but the knight is also the father. It's basically like the father trying to justify what he's doing as the keeper. Therefore, he created a knight that tries to do better, but he's always going to fail because his darker side will always overwhelm his good intentions. That's why he stole the so-called flower, and I think the flower represents the little girl, the child. And she is the witch. She hates him. And like I said, this could go into a much darker topic. And it also would explain why she hates the child. Because he is now paying more attention to the child than her, and she feels like replaced for all the wrong reasons. Not that she should getting replaced, not that she should get abused even more by him, but she's like, the child is my replacement. The child is like a new target for him, and therefore the child is more important to him, and now I will do anything to get his attention back by submitting to more violence. Is there more dialogue to come with this character? Well, basically, yes. As you can see in the very top left corner, we have 85 shards to find. And this character apparently is dumping lore on us for every 10. So, yes, I would expect that a few more times he will talk to us. Like, the game is first and foremost about domestic violence, but there's the possibility that it also goes into specific abuse and stuff that is even worse. This game looks pokey. What does pokey mean? But hi there, Dusty Moonies. How are you doing? Could you do the voice again? Just for another minute. A minute? How spooky. Yeah, it has some spooky moments. That's a bit difficult without text.
Are you entertained? Then feel free to hit that follow button. It's free, organic, and has 0 calories.
Something like that?
Apparently, Asla is really liking this voice. I don't know why. Seems enticing.
The worst part is when I play games and I have like, I don't know how many characters, and then I start to give them voices, and later on in the game they come back and I'm like, I have no idea how I spoke them. If you like that, Asla, all I can say is like, watch Tales of the Neon Sea, especially the last few hours. I went quite overboard with the voice acting there. Big jealous, but yeah, forgetting which voice you gave the character is pretty normal. Yeah. Okay, wrong side. I need to go into the mountain. Whoops. Yes, here. Okay, Pika. So, like, the last 3 or 4 hours of Tales of the Neon Sea, there's like a character that is, well, literally a serial killer, the psychopath. So I basically gave him the voice for that. Still can't keep any voices from my own D&D characters. Yeah. I don't know. I always make voices up on the go when they come. Oh, oops, that was a tentacle. Actually, it's good if you walk into a tentacle, but not in this game, apparently. Whoop, 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 whoop. Meanwhile, Epitsune goes like... What are those? Welcoming coffee. You can have any drink you want. But it's probably an inside joke, I assume. I don't even... Am I closing it? Okay. But I need to go in there. Whoa, I didn't even see that. More tentacles. Okay. I got tentacled. Guess I die. Right. Now what? Okay. Now that's a problem. Look, tentacles are misunderstood. They also need some care and love. Okay, oh, I see my mistake. I see. Oh, no, that is intended. I need to lower it. There we go. Logic. It just happens. Tentacles. It just happens. When in doubt, Cowabunga. Yes. Don't worry. Could be worse. You could be this character, dying over and over again, asking yourself what the heck is going on. Coffee Siphon, hi there. How are you doing? Well, that's good. There we go. If the door doesn't open, just push against the door until it opens. It's easy as that. It was a bulldog. Okay, backtracking it seems. You know, it's funny, this character can fall like long distances and is completely fine, no broken bones, nothing. But if it's too high, he dies. It's kind of strange. Ah, I see. Now we can proceed there. Good. Have you ever played Hollow Knight? If not, recommend it. Yes, I have played Hollow Knight. I started playing Hollow Knight, but I have not continued yet Hollow Knight. Yeah. You play Hollow Knight if you want to say like Dark Souls is too easy, then you play Hollow Knight. Because that's what it is. It's like Hollow Knight is more difficult than Dark Souls. But it's an amazing game. And soon we're gonna get the next game. Has still no release date. Where would Rain World fall on the difficulty? I would tell you, but I haven't played Rain World yet. But I have the key somewhere for it. And I know it's also like a not so easy game. But I want to play that. I just don't remember where the key is. I have to look around. It's also a long game. I think Rain World is 20 hours, if not even more. Leon! Help me! Shut up, Ashley. Okay, we need to go to the others. And I think I just did a mistake by going here. And he's dead. But this time he fell on spikes, so that's okay. My bad. I basically went the wrong way. Okay. Down, down, down. No, we did that. Down here, down here. Can I go down? Oh. It's funny, he has a tool to go up on those strings, but apparently he cannot go... he cannot use it to go down, which makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, the game is telling me, go the long way, please. Guess I'm going the long way, then makes me sad, but here we are. Yeah, usually spikes are actually bad for your health. The funny thing is, the only reason I played this game today is because I bought it today, because someone else in another stream was like, hey, do you know Inmost? It's a great game. And I'm like, yeah, I had it on my wish list and then I didn't have it on my wish list. I don't remember exactly why, but I think because I saw it on stream somewhere. And then I was like, guess I know the game now, so basically I don't need to play it anymore. But on the positive side, I basically have forgotten everything about this game, so I was like, sure, why not? And then I throw myself into the abyss and die, but that's just a streamer problem. It's okay. I try to be better. Yeah, the scenic route. It's definitely the scenic route, but it's also the long way around. Welcome back to this place, which we don't need to do anymore. We just need to get out of here. Honestly, for a pixelated game, they put a ton of effort into small details like the rain the rain going down the walls, dripping from the edge down the tower. It's great. Yes, with his bare hands. Right. Oh, I'm back here. How do you get to that crate below me? How? I wonder. I still wonder how to get there. Why was there a shard? Why was suddenly there a shard? Oh, because last time we had the scene here with the door and we couldn't enter. My bad. Okay. I wanna get me down there. How do I get there? It just won't let me go there. Makes me sad. If you like impressive voices, you should watch Thunder, which I'm playing, which has a voice actor in it with a booming bass voice, which I love. Like, it's really good. Am I even going correctly? I just want to get out of here. Okay, yeah, I do. Now, go all the way back where we came from. Again. I wish it was solved a bit differently at this moment. Like, feels not well paced right now. Okay, we need to go into the mountain again. Now I don't know if I'm going the long way. Potentially. Not going back. Going now this way. This should be fine. This is the wrong way. This is not fine, by the way. Down, please. Here we go. Spiders. Strange dead thing. We are not going to use that. We need to go up here. There we go. Now we are almost there. Okay. Oh, it's cats again. Cats. Cats, 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 cats. This time, not pressing interact button if there is no talking. Yeah, the bad thing is if I press now interact, I will push the cat around. The character has a tendency to push people around. I don't know why. No, actually I know why, but... See, now I can talk. If I don't have a talk interaction in the top middle, he's just pushing people around. We are traveling! And we dance, 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 and we dance, dance, dance. Well, you know, we used to have a home, but someone decided we have to go traveling and dropped us here. How nice. So now we are traveling. I know a guy
He keeps track of stories. You like stories? His stories are about this world.
Yes, I also voice this guy. Right. Okay, there's another shot. I'm not gonna push the cat. I did this already by accident. Don't push cats around. Okay. See, if the door doesn't open, just push it open. Where's the problem? Ba-ba. More shots. Yes, yes. So what was the last game you finished, chat? Tell me. I'm interested to hear. Fox. We found the fox again. Woo, fox. Assassin's Creed Revelations. Well, technically Hollow Knight, but it wasn't my first time finishing it, as I'm speedrunning it. Impressive. That doesn't count in Observer. I would say both count, but it's good, yeah. Observer is a good game. Sadly, it's a story game, so you play it once and then never again. But it's a good game. I have no idea. I don't play any Assassin's Creed games. But did you like it, Dusty Moon Eye? You already told me about Observer a bit soon. Hmm. Background is so good. Yeah, like I said, the child is the flower. Hmm. Well, thank you for raiding Puzzler again and a wonderful night's rest. Hopefully with good dreams filled. Thank you for being here. Take care, bye bye.
I need a key. I have to know what's in there.
Curiosity? Let's see. I grew up with the classic Assassin's Creed games. There's such nostalgia for me. And the story is great. That's good. It's always important to enjoy the game you are playing.
There's a telescope on the top of the cabinet. Like watching stars. I like watching the neighbors' windows.
Hmm.
The crates are covered with cloth. The fabric is adorned with images of teddy bears. I hate those creatures. Toy bears are toy rabbits' natural enemies. Once we will wipe them all from the face of earth with a mighty blaze of inescapable vindication. And their ashes will cover the roofs of our dollhouses.
What a friendly rabbit, right?
This is that thing they paint pictures on. That's so stupid. Easier to just paint on the walls.
I mean, he's right.
It doesn't matter where the painting is, only the emotions it evokes.
Anger?
Mine mostly evoke rage, though.
Understandable.
Push the door. Have you tried pulling it when you were on the other side? Or did you only push?
Good question.
Let me in! Let me in!
Just pull. Oh. So yeah, this is the girl, this is the house. Welcome to a place of domestic violence. Do you see that? This is a wonderful detail. She's a small kid, so she tries to open the door but slips off and falls on the ground. It's amazing. The eye for details in the game is really good. Okay, we need to find a key. It's... Why is the room already different? Is he like changing the room over and over again? I see a vent there. I know I have a vent, but I cannot go into the vent. It's in the top left corner of the room. It has been boarded shut because we went into that vent before. This is also our room, so I don't think they put the key to the attic in our room. That would make no sense.
No, that makes no sense.
What? What's your favorite kind of tea? What's my favorite kind of tea? I will be hard pressed to choose between yerba and chai. But chai is tea. So basically chai is usually like a sweet spicy tea, and yerba is basically just a more herbal, very soft, bitter tea. But it's a great morning tea. Meanwhile, the spiced tea is better for the evening. So I would say between those two, I'm going to turn in for the night as well. Night. Thank you, Dusty Moon Eye, for being here. A wonderful rest of your night. If you're going to sleep, sleep well. Wonderful dreams. Hopefully a restful sleep. And thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Maybe I see you again. And thank you for the follow, which I just saw. Also, Coffee Siphon, thank you for the follow. So take care. Be yourself. Treat yourself. Be nice to yourself. Be who you are. Where's this key? Where's this key? I don't know any numbers. I know number 3 and number 6. I knew one girl who knew number 415, but I didn't have enough time to learn it from her. 415. Okay. 415. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe it becomes important. You're making a lot of noise. I'm not afraid anymore. She left. She should be afraid now. That doesn't mean that you have to make a mess. I think there's an air vent near the ceiling. I can use it to get into their room. What? How did you... It doesn't matter. Okay, now we get the hint where to go. I know what he's talking about, but this vent usually goes from this vent side to that vent side. Or is he actually talking about... Oh wait. Oh no, on the bottom left is the storage room. This is our room. Why would he be able to go into that vent? Game. Oh. Okay, I can't go higher because I need another stool for that. I see the vent. I know what you mean. Do you mean there's another vent here? No. Well. Then let's keep searching. Don't forget about him too. He's always at his work. You can hear the clock ticking even through a wall. Yeah, we established that. What is he talking about? What is this text?
All is disintegrated in the stream of time.
The stream of time. Welcome to the stream of time. I'm as well in every timeline.
The minutes, the countless atoms of pettiness into which each action crumbles, are worms which gnaw and destroy all that is great and resolute. The dreadful commonplaceness crushes all aspiration. There is naught to be serious which in human life thus is not worth it. What are the eternal passions for this petty wretchedness?
What? Yes, I agree. What? Why is this rabbit suddenly turning into the next Philosopher's Stone?
What?
It's like this moment when someone becomes really smart just for 10 seconds. Yeah, we have established that. Yeah, there are buttons on the chessboard.
E2 to E4. Black wins in 3 turns by a checkmate. The defeated king will be captured and will face the guillotine. What? Whatever is needed.
Ah oui. Et maintenant, this stream is French. So, le guillotine. Oh no, not the French. Okay, we need key. And we need the vent. There is... No, we cannot reach this. There's a vent up there. We cannot reach that. We need the chair for that. Which is basically here. So, let's see if the game allows me to move this. It doesn't. That's not helpful. That's a problem. Old record player. Surprisingly, it still works.
There are tiny gnomes inside this thing. They play the music. Hit it. Make them scared. I want to hear their screams.
Are you okay? Why are you like this? Okay, so this is now shut close.
She was really afraid of me, but why?
I don't know, and I don't care. I have to find out what they are hiding in the attic. Ah, now she can get up there. How is that possible now? Oh god.
Oh, the plates. We are going to be punished.
Who cares? She really became more brave. Ah, here's the vent. I see. The wonderful vent. With fresh spiderweb for your face. Please open your mouth. This is the first time we are in this room. And I guess that's the father's room because it's tidy and nice. Yeah.
There's a passage above the door. You can use the books to climb up.
Okay. Wait. Give me. Does it mean here? Switch on.
Dusty books. Dusty books. It's been a while since anyone touched them. He used to pick them up a lot. They were his life.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sure. I'll come back. Okay.
Various things are scattered across the table. The lipstick has long dried. She no longer has any use for them. The pictures are all covered. The picture. Blah, blah. Voices. The pictures are all covered, and the windows haven't been opened in a long time. The floor is dirty. She used to like everything clean. Something happened. How do you know all that? Maybe I used to be her toy?
Yes. Which makes perfect sense.
A key. It looks very old. This must be it.
This goes too smoothly. I don't think this is gonna keep up like that. So far, most is clear to me, but what in here? What is in here? I have ideas, but let's see. It's Ratatoska.
This is... It was... I think it was a badger.
I think it was a squirrel. Squirrel!
How could it be? There's nothing here, just some old junk. Where are the abducted kids? Where are they hiding them? The chimney. What? The chimney from the fireplace. But there's no fireplace. Oh. Hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. Hmm. Completely safe for a child, right? Whoops. Like I said, very, very safe for a child. She's even wearing a flower in her hair. Oh my god. I'm trying to see if I. The cellar's full of old children things. Ah, I was like, huh? I was right. They are abducting kids. Get me out of here. Get me out of here, please. Mommy, Daddy, please. Where are you?
No one can leave while the keeper still needs them.
And then he died. Or she. I don't know. They just should call this night they. Make a lot of sense. Would
And
make
the
a lot of
keeper
things
needs
easy.
every ounce of pain. There is but one way out. To let the pain dissolve you. Surrender to it. But the pure-hearted still grow their flowers, for the secret of the flowers lives on. Those who live in the light of their flower are free from pain and hidden from the keeper's ever-vigilant gaze.
They are not attacking anymore. They're just asking for help.
The flower fills their hearts with love, and the love stands in the way of the pain.
Yeah, they're not attacking.
And the keeper no longer has use for them. But those who serve the keeper can never have their own soul flower. There is no escape for them, for black are their souls. Even if you steal a flower, it'll never be yours. Such things should never happen. Flowers must stay with those who gave them life.
I have to get out. I have to get out before he comes back. Don't be afraid. He'll find my house. I just need to grab supplies. Water. Need to grab some water. Water? Why did you abduct me? Get me back to my mommy and daddy. Where are my parents? What happened to them? No. Yes. That knight's ass is getting beat. Yeah. Looks nice. Nice new color on the walls. We're going to leave. 3 of us. Just like you wanted. He's with her already. Soon they'll be here too. What? That was a little bit too fast. Game is losing me a little bit at the moment.
He never was a knight, you know. One way or another, we all serve the Keeper. And we all have our desires. Most importantly, His heart was not all black. He had grown his own soulflower. He did not manage to save it, though. And that was his undoing. And she, well, she never forgave him.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yes, he did steal that second flower. There is something you do not know, though. You were too young then, and no one told you. Everyone was so busy, so preoccupied with their own pain. He stole the flower from death. Stole you away. And accepted you with all his heart.
Mm.
She couldn't, though.
You have to leave with me. You must be with our daughter. We will be with her.
She blamed
Do you
him.
hear me?
She blamed you. Some have to face more pain than they can handle. And the pain broke her. She wanted them to leave together, to follow their flower. And that night, they did leave. She took him with her. She took my son.
Oh.
The pain stays with us forever. It can subside. It may grow dull, but it'll never leave us. And we live with it, doing our best not to let it dissolve us. We fight it every day. But there are different kinds of pain. There's sacrificing yourself. The father consumed by work, trying to give his child a better future. The mother dedicating herself to her family until there is nothing left of her. Your pain is the price you pay to make someone else feel better, to make someone else smile, if only for a moment. But trading someone else's happiness for your pain is not the only way. Life doesn't want your pain. It doesn't need your suffering. It simply is what it is. You don't have to fight it. All we can do is remember those who are gone and do our best for those who remain. All of us carry our pain within us. Another way, even if you're in pain, another way is to take someone else's pain and make it your own.
Do you remember? Do you remember it? That tale about pain? I was wrong. It's a tale about love. I will tell you. Tell you once again.
As I stand corrected. Way to go. To those who suffer, know that you are not alone. If you are in crisis, please ask someone you know or a trained professional. It's interesting. I wonder if the game intentionally puts you into the belief that you can gather more shards and pages, or if they are in the game and I simply didn't find them. So, let's have some thoughts about the game, conclusion and so forth. I usually do that at the end. So for now, we're gonna close the game. And return here. Let me put up some music in the background. which is far too happy. So let's see. Before I actually talk about this, I want to look it up because I don't want to misinterpret things. So I was to some degree mistaken by the theme of the game. And I'm really glad there is basically no information here. Thank you, Wikipedia. Very good. Okay, let's see. Inmost story. Okay. So mostly it's clear what the game is all about. And let me also, what I also do is looking at the achievements if I could, but since I have this game over a different service than Steam, I don't think I'm seeing any achievements for that. Oh, there are achievements. Okay. Okay, achievements, achievements. Now I would love to see where they are. There they are. Okay. 29. Da, da, da. So, if you're wondering why achievements are interesting to look at after a game, it basically tells you a story about how many people actually like started the game, played the game, or finished it. The thing is, I have this game not on Steam, so therefore I'm on a different platform here, which is GOG. And therefore, these percentage numbers might differ from the Steam one, which I cannot tell. So basically, for me, I see that only around 30%, a little bit more than 30%, started the game on this platform. I would think there is a much higher number for the people on Steam. I don't even know if you can see that over the web. Steampowered.com. I wonder if you actually can see it. I'm not sure. Wonder. Let's see. You can look at them. Ah, this looks much better. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Good. That looks much better. So let's not look at GOG. That's a bad idea. So let's look at the Steam achievements instead because it's far more representative to the actual player base. So 85% of people who own the game have started the game, which is quite a high number. That's a bit higher than most indie games. So I'm happy to see that. And then it starts to fall off because that is usually how it goes. Um, wow. There's some really dark achievements here. Um, get this. Complete notes, complete castles. Yes, yes. That's also that. Okay, so it started out with 85% and then it started to slow down, but in a nice slow curve. And almost 40% of people finished the game. So that I'm happy to see that, because usually for indie games this percentage at the end of a finished game is much lower. It's usually more like 20 to 30% is the average. So I'm happy to see that, because I think this game totally deserves this. So that's good to know. Let's see this description here. Man who's I don't think that's completely correct. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm. Yep, yep, yep. That's more correct. So, okay. In general, I say I had a lot of fun playing this. Yes, it contains a very dark topic and a very realistic one, and built like a fantasy setting all around that. Basically, like portraying it with a dark force in a fantasy world that makes everybody suffer, which is basically a representation of your negative emotions, how you feel, the pain you have to deal with, and how it starts to consume you. And if you do not pay attention to that, if you do not work on that, it will be an ever consuming thing. That basically happened to the wife, and yeah, it's an eternal struggle. Will you accept pain? Will you fight pain? Will you find another way to deal with it? And as we saw in the last scene, basically, yes, I was first mistaken, because basically when I was playing the game, I saw everything that basically was going on. And especially when I opened the fridge and saw, like, oh, there's a bottle of whiskey in there, I was like, hmm, whiskey is never a good thing. And then you have the father basically working all the time, and the little girl like mentioning all the arguing and the noises and so on. But now we basically know it wasn't like domestic abuse, it was just her going literally insane because she couldn't deal with the pain, the loss, and especially not with the so called replacement daughter. that also explains why she always ignored her. It explains why she always got angry towards her, why she was afraid of the rabbit, because it was the old toy of her daughter or son. I'm not entirely sure if it was a daughter or a son. But yeah, it explains it. Like, and then at the end, she basically lost it and she killed her husband and herself. So, all in all, like you saw in the ending, you had like the husband, you had the wife, they had a kid, no matter if son or daughter, and basically it was perfect and nice. But then basically, this child was getting bullied in school until the child actually committed suicide because of the bullying. And this is a very serious topic, which I would say, like, never bully other kids. That's just so bad, because that will have everlasting consequences later on in life. Like, especially with kids. But also don't do it with adults as well. Like, you see where this is gonna lead sometimes, sadly. So, their child committed suicide and they couldn't take it. Like, he tried his best to deal with it, but the mother, the mother couldn't deal with it. She completely was devastated by that. And then the other situation happened, like the building who got on fire, and the husband was like there, tried to save people, and at the top was the family, and the parents were dead. And the small daughter there, the blonde one, survived. And he basically adopted her, so to say, but he never told her that the parents died in the fire. He just took her in. For him, that was his personal solution to deal with the problem, the pain of having lost a child. He replaced it with another child. He didn't mean this in ill will. He just wanted to be there because he knew the child he saved had lost their parents, and it's not wrong to want to replace the parents by being parents for that child. It's just the way he did it was, of course, wrong, because basically it was abduction. But his wife couldn't deal with that at all, because she already struggled to even accept the death of her child. That's why you find all the children toys and stuff in the cellar, actually, because they put it everything down there. They locked it away, not able to look at it anymore. That's why we find it when we go into the chimney and fall down. Like, at first we think like it's kids that got abducted, right? Because we always thought that our parents were like fighting, or maybe the father was abducting children and abusing them in the attic. But that was never the case. It was just the mother who was always arguing and having a fit, and psychotic attacks of anger. And he just tried his best to calm her down. So that was the situation. That also explains why she reacts all like that. She ignores the child. She ignores the child. She has aggression fits against the child. She loses her emotional stability when the child is like doing something that annoys her. And it also explains why she's so scared of the rabbit, because the rabbit was her child's toy. It was also like the how do you say it? Like the rabbit basically was the reason why her child committed suicide. As we saw, like the child went to school with the rabbit and got laughed at and mocked because they were different. They were doing things that other children would consider strange. And because of them, they started to bully the child and make fun of them. And you shouldn't do that at all at any given point. And that's why the mother was so extremely scared of the rabbit, because it reminded her of her child. That's the last thing she wanted. And the father? Well, he was always busy. He had to work. He was the only one who brings income into the family. He has a new child. He has his wife who is not able to work. So, yes, he's like always at work and then coming home and being tired because he has to put so much effort into his work to actually being able to sustain this family with financials. But at the same time, he also showered the girl, the blonde girl, with presents and always tried to gain her favor and just be nice to her. Like he meant it in goodwill. But the blonde girl basically always knew something was off. Like she always thought that he was actually a bad person because she thought he was like abusing uh the mother, but that wasn't the case. But she didn't knew that, and so she made up things. There's also the implication. Yeah, there is an implication in there, but then she also was a child, so children just do strange things. Like when she goes around and plays hide and seek with the rabbit, basically she goes around, puts the rabbit in a place, goes away from there, and then pretends that she didn't know where the rabbit is, and then goes on a search for the rabbit. This is not weird because children do that all the time. That's just completely a normal thing for them. The creativity and the imagination of children is literally boundless. That's why they can keep themselves entertained with just a patch of street and a charcoal. It's like, that's all they need. And even if they don't have that, they just imagine everything they need. So it's not weird. It's also not weird that the rabbit can talk. In all honesty, while it's not actually explained, I can also see that she, as a small child, had maybe a slight form of personality split. Basically, one personality that knew what was going on, and then a block out to save her own sanity. She blocks this other thing out and thinks like the rabbit is talking about something she has no idea of what about, but she actually does know. And because we saw in the end that she survived, I can easily see that this might have been gone when she became older. And blocking things out that as a child you experience that you do not want to deal with because you do not understand, and you cannot deal with it because it would just destroy your world and your belief in your parent figures and so on. You have this ability to block out things. I know this because I experienced it myself when something specifically happened in the past. Nothing too drastic. Don't think it's something too drastic. It's just something I received as information, but I couldn't deal with it as a child. What I did, I blanked out. Basically, I fell asleep, but I couldn't remember this at all. Like, far, far later on, we talked about that, and I was like, I don't remember this at all. And that should just tell you that children block out things if they cannot deal with it because it saves them. And I think she did a similar thing by just pretending that she didn't know those informations the rabbit is always talking about. It's like a good, good, bad, angel, devil morality system that's basically happening, where some things she just denies and other things she just pretends to not know. So yeah. And then basically we saw, yeah. So the mother snapped completely. She totally snapped. So she basically murdered her husband because she couldn't take it anymore. But interestingly enough, she informs the father of her husband, which is the man with the beard we play for the most time of the game, where he deals with his own personal drama with the knowledge about what happened to his son. I think the knight represents the son, aka the husband. Then you have the witch, which is the mother. And then you have the actual man with the beard you're playing. And that's just him. He knows of the problem. He knows that his son lost his child. He knows about that. And I'm not sure if he knew about the other child, but I guess so, because that was the only reason well, not the only reason, but yeah, potentially he knew about that. I'm not sure. And like I said, like the mother snap, you saw it in the apartment. She basically killed her husband, and she didn't do it in a nice way. And then she would have killed the child as well, the blonde child, but she didn't. Instead, she just killed herself. But she intended to do it. No, she actually didn't intend to do it. She always wanted to her husband and her join her dead child. That was her goal. So that's why she didn't kill the abducted child. And the father certainly explained to the abducted child what happened, like the fire, and that he took her in. And that's why she returns to that home that was burned down. And the grandfather basically comes to the scene, finds them dead, and is apparently he knows about the child because otherwise he wouldn't have looked for her, and looks for the child and then goes after her into the building. She basically falls down, not because she wanted to, it's just that the balcony fell apart. But he is brave enough and fast enough to actually save her. And that's the other thing. The old man you play, that's basically the grandfather, just older, as you saw in the last scene. And she and him both survived. So kind of a happy end, but still sad and still dark. But regardless, somehow I'm glad I was wrong, because I also thought like that the father would be like violent and so on and worse, maybe abducting children and or even abusing the new daughter, something like that. That was the direction I was thinking. So to some degree, I'm glad I was wrong, but it doesn't change the fact that the topic is still heavy and dark, regardless. Um, so yeah, I would say I love the style of the game. I love the eye for detail in the game. It was mostly quite clear what the game wants to portray, even in the fantasy setting. I'm kind of, I know from the achievements that you can find all pages and you can listen to all stories of the storyteller. But to some degree, I have to ask, like, how? Like, sure, I did a lot of stuff and found a lot of shards, but I was still a good chunk away from 85 shards. So I'm not entirely sure where you still should look for those. Kind of weird. It doesn't help that some shards were like hidden by just jump here, right? Which were often very random spots. So yeah, but I would have loved to hear the rest of the story from the storyteller, to be honest. Like I said, great visuals, great atmosphere. It's a good sound design, good voice acting, uh, and the story is definitely good. It is interesting how the game basically leads you to maybe some false ideas. Exactly the same thing that happens to the blonde girl, which is good, which tells me that the writing is really good. So that the music was also fitting and good, and the pacing was also really good. Like I got rarely lost. Maybe I got lost like one or two times where I was like, what do I have to do? So that's good. It never felt like, like slowing down intentionally and suddenly it becomes a drag or anything. It always kept like a good pace going through the entire game. You never felt like really, you never had like a moment, at least I had never a moment I felt like bored or anything or frustrated because I feel like I'm making no progress. So they did that well, definitely. So overall, I can only recommend to play this game. I think like the only downside of those kinds of games is you play them once and you heard the story, and then, well, you have done that, and it's losing its replayability because you know it. Maybe down the line, if you like literally forget most of it, maybe then you can replay it again and experience it again if you want to, but that's often difficult. But yeah, as far as I know, this is the only game from this developer at the moment. but it's apparently a developer from Lithuania. I hope I said that correctly. Yeah, that's basically the only game currently. And this game came out almost 4 years ago, so I can only hope they work on something new because I feel interested. Like they already have shown me that they know what they are doing, and if their next game is anything like this, then it's certainly recommendable to play. Definitely. So yeah, in general, if you haven't seen it, if you haven't played it yet, I would say yes, it's absolutely recommendable to play as long as you can deal with the topics of the game. That is, if it's a problem for you, then I would say stay away for your own sake. But if you can deal with the topic, then yes, it's a good experience. So yeah, that's basically what I would say about this game. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I bought it. I'm glad I redecided to buy it.